No matter the occasion, we can't celebrate it without having a Coca-Cola on the table. Well, it can't be helped as our love for Coca-Cola has surpassed every limit. However, would you still consider this the number one beverage as a sign of joy and harmony if we tell you some hidden truths about it? We can bet that you might start spinning around when you realize that Coca-Cola Company spends billions of dollars just on advertisements on its products. It's because they know that the mere idea of happiness behind the product increases its market value. Otherwise, high Coke intake has led to many serious health concerns, and the company has been facing severe accusations. Now it looks like you're more intrigued than ever to know about the history of Coca-Cola. Then sit tight because we break down all the happenings that make Coca-Cola the top brand in the world. Now let's explore how the empire of Coca-Cola has strengthened its foothold by hiding the ugly truth. The tale of Coca-Cola began in 1886 by Dr. John Pemberton, when this chemist made an excellent product, the French wine Coca. It appears that this French wine was one of the classic and outwardly drinks as it holds the power of curing all the world's problems. People of the 18th century claimed that after drinking this wine, they were free from mental fatigue, upset stomach, headache, and many other issues. Well, it sounds absurd to hear such qualities of this drink, but the reality came out very soon. And guess what? The French wine of Coca contained cocaine in it. How foolish of us to think that we have been drinking a soft drink. It was a mix of Bordeaux red wine, caffeine, and coca leaf extract. But it seems that the timing of this chemist was not too good because the government prohibited the use of alcohol in drinks. So he had to use carbonated water that gave a bitter taste to the mouth. Then Dr. Pemberton decided to mask the bitterness with a pile of sugar. Later he claimed that the alcohol was already removed from the drink and started selling it to the adults and children. However, it doesn't change the fact that cocaine was still in it, and it's a terrible drug that can affect people's health. Still, the company denied this allegation and stated that cocaine was not added to its new version drink. On one side, it makes sense that cocaine was not present in the drink, but the extract of coca leaves were part of the original formula, that is, cocaine. The procedure was complete, and this drink only needed a catchy name. That's where Frank Robinson made an entry. He was the one who invented the name and logo of today's most recognized company. If you thought the Coca-Cola name did not have a meaning behind it, then let me tell you something. It refers to the drink's main ingredient, which are cola nuts that have caffeine, while coca leaves contain cocaine. That's how the journey of Coca-Cola began. You'd be surprised to know that the company sold only $50 worth of stock in the first year. At the initial stage, the company was not doing well, and the health of Pemberton also started to decline. In 1888, the creator of Coca-Cola died before seeing his business bloom to the heights of success. Before dying, he sold his company to a talented and ambitious man, Asa Candler, for $2,300. In the next few years, Candler bought all the shares of the company, and in 1890, he became the sole owner of Coca-Cola. Then he started his strategic plan to advertise Coca-Cola on billboards, banners, playing cards, and any other place he could find. The plan worked like magic, and Candler instantly knew how to make his business grow faster. It was through advertising, and advertising. That's why he spent more than $100,000 promoting his brand worldwide. It was so enormous that you could see the logo of Coca-Cola on mirrors, calendars, and even wallets. The whole purpose of this promotion is to ingrain the image of Coca-Cola in the mind of people. The astonishing fact is that Candler also gives away free coupons from the soda fountain. At that time, many people gathered there to have quality time after watching the theater. To quench their thirst, people could order any beverage of their taste. And when there's an offer of a free drink, most of the population more than likely opt for the opportunity. Finally, the efforts of Candler paid off, and his company started to earn over 11,000 times its profit by the end of the 18th century. Can you believe that in 1890 the company was selling 250,000 of syrups per year? Everything was going smoothly, when one day, two lawyers named Benjamin and Joseph proposed an idea to Asa Candler. Both the lawyers insisted on bottling up Coca-Cola. At first, Candler was hesitant and said the process was too expensive and complex. However, when the lawyers claimed they would be responsible for any loss, ASA immediately agreed and signed a contract for a nominal fee of $1. To Candler's surprise, the idea gained immense success. However, he failed to realize that he had given the bottle rights to the lawyer without mentioning the limit of the time span. Many legal battles were fought to get some of the rights back from the bottle distributors. Right after 1910, Candler didn't have to worry about the loss of money because the sales of Coca-Cola was touching the sky. Can you believe that the enormous success of Coca-Cola happened when it became an energy booster for soldiers during the Second World War? The government appointed Coca-Cola on the rationing board list despite the sugar conservation. That would allow the company to distribute Coke bottles to every soldier. Undoubtedly, it was a great move, as you can see how the brand created an image of patriotism in people's eyes. But did you know that another plan was cooking up between the higher-ups behind the scenes? The executives of Coca-Cola made a deal with the government to help them build international plants for the brand. During the war, the government funded 64 Coca-Cola plants in different continents to boost the morale of armies. Sadly, the reality was far from it, as it was just a trick for the taxpayers to fund the international expansion of Coca-Cola. The strategy of providing Coke to every soldier was an underhanded plan to introduce this drink to the locals. It seems that the war was an excellent chance for the lucrative business of Coca-Cola. If you're wondering that Coke has a secret recipe that made people addicted to it, then let me tell you, that's not the case. It's a web-like marketing strategy that Coca-Cola strategists have laid out for young people. Did you know that Coca-Cola had signed a contract with over half of underfunded schools to have their product in their vending machines? Ultimately, it will drastically affect children's health when they get addicted to Coke at a young age. Research shows that Coke doesn't only rot your teeth early and can also cause diabetes, obesity, and many other serious health issues. However, all these studies were proved wrong when the company was confronted. It's because, under the table, Coke has been spending thousands of dollars to bury these claims. It felt as if there was no value in human life in the world, as the company kept on making this drink that had addictive chemicals in it. They have gone to the extent of sponsoring athletes and sports events to display the fake connection between the athletic games and Coca-Cola. Despite that it could not hold back the accusations for long. So they decided to expand their drinks and introduced bottled water Desante. While saving the company, the executives failed to notice that they had dug their own graves. The drink was launched in the UK, and after some time, it was discovered that Desante water is nothing more than local tap water. Sensing the bells of an alarming situation, Coke started to defend itself by explaining this bottled water purification process, but it worsened the matter. The water got contaminated due to some bad batch of minerals. In the end, 500,000 bottles were withdrawn because of safety concerns. Would you believe this is not their experimental drink's only bad outcome? In 1999, 26 Belgian children started having health problems like fatigue, headaches, sickness, and stomach problems after drinking Coca-Cola. Even France reported that 100 people got sick after consuming bad Coke and even temporarily banned this product. Despite the complaints, Coke was adamant not to give any response to anyone. It seemed that the company didn't care as they portrayed in the public advertisements. Not long after, India accused Coke of contaminating the groundwater with wastewater. Surprisingly, this time, Coke admitted that they are facing problems with the leakage of wastewater in the Indian plant. In the blink of an eye, they also claimed that the issue had already been resolved. But the test revealed that traces of toxic sludge are still present in the Indian plant of Coke. This poisonous substance also caused the land to be barren, and many local animals died after drinking the water. With that, the source of livelihood for farmers had been highly affected. At this point, Delhi's Center of Science and Environment announced that pesticides are found in both Pepsi and Coke. Moreover, if people consume this drink for an extended period, they will have congenital disabilities, cancer, and severe immune system disruption. Well, there is a never-ending list of disturbing truths about Coke that you might lose sleep over. We believe witnessing such horrifying realities about your favorite Coca-Cola has undoubtedly left you stunned to the core. But it's time to open up your eyes and make a decision to improve your health. Or do you think a miracle will happen and Coca-Cola will be back on its way sharing the happy moments of our lives? If you believe that, then let us know in the comments, and we'll see you in our next exciting video.